Hey, it's Elliott here. Today we are taking a look at technical analysis for top 4 cryptos and see what has happened in the previous week and what our expectations are for the next week ahead. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott wave theory and focus more on the current structures and pivot points that will be crucial to look out for. So on the previous Bitcoin video, I showed you a couple of alternatives on the higher time frame. But today again we are just focusing on what has happened this week, and this week has been just a dump. So currently I have no doubt that this is a impulse wave, saying that we have a 1 2 here, another 1 2, and then a 1 2 3 4 5 of some sorts here. There is a possibility that we are missing one wave structure here in the labeling, and this 3 would be down here, but that is definitely up to debate. Also, this third here could be on this very low wick, and this 4 could be here, and then we could have this as a 5-way structure. Overall, however, I'm still looking for at least one more low after this wave 4 would be put in place. For the wave 4, I would be expecting anything around this previous wave 4 here would be around 22.16k, and yeah, then we would be looking for one last dump here. Depending on how high the wave 4 goes, we have targets down here, and yeah, this is definitely an area of interest. 1-to-1 would be just taking out these current lows and probably taking out these previous lows as well. Now this is very structural support, very good structural support, as we had that daily and a weekly here. So it is definitely interesting to see when and how much this is going to be dumping down. We have some lower targets here for the 1.618 extension if we are pivoting from the 382 as a monthly, and there's some weekly naked bundle controls and naked bundle controls as well at that area. Of course, we have some kind of a order block here as well, as we see that price has pivoted from there very strongly. So that is the overall idea on Bitcoin that I'm looking for. I'm thinking that this is going to be taking the whole weekend, or the rest of the weekend, and even Monday we could be getting this pump up higher, and then we could be just dumping down the next week as well for this possible fifth. But yeah, RSI is agreeing with us. A third of something is down here. We are getting divergences here, so we are now resetting the RSI for this wave 4 before we can just dump down again, creating that bullish divergence here at the lows, and then looking for higher prices. But yeah, that's Bitcoin. And let's move on to Ethereum. Let me take out that. On ETH, again, I've shown you the higher time frame count on ETH on the ETH specific video, so check that out if you're interested in that. In this one, again, 14th of August, since then we've just had a dump. So 1, 2 and 3. Currently, before I had this as a ABC as a possibility as well. However, now we have gone very close to the 2.618 extension, so the ABC just doesn't make too much sense. At the moment, I've got this label as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5, getting us to the third of micro. And now we would be looking for this to be a some kind of 3-year pattern back to this previous wave 4 area. This would support only the idea of 236 retracement of this third wave move. So yeah, we could be actually just pivoting a bit higher to the 38.2, which is a more common target. If we are going to go beyond this 38.2, then I would have to be questioning this count a bit, as we are already getting quite a few different bullish divergences here on ETH. However, again, with the Bitcoin, or trying to correlate them between each other a bit, I'm still expecting one more low. And yeah, we can see the targets later on when we have actually gotten this wave 4. Now, this is definitely some interesting area here. If you are playing weekend games, you could be looking for that 3-way setup here as a possible long setup. Interesting areas to me, this daily around 1444 and another daily around 1338. More higher time frame structures would be all the way down here at 1080, but I just don't see us extending that far because wave 3 is already here extended. So yeah, that is not something that I'm expecting. Let's see. Let's bring this back to 38.2. Yeah. 23.6. Yeah, this would fit better. If we are just getting to 23.6, we would get one-to-one extension of wave 1, pivoted from this 23.6 around 22, sorry, and getting one-to-one extension for this naked point of control and daily. And the other scenario would be the 1.618 with this other daily. So those are the expectations here. This looks pretty good as well. So that's ETH in a nutshell. Then let's go through the BNB. This is the one that I've created a bit of a different count here overall. So that's why I'm showing you the whole structure, as I haven't covered BNB for a while in a higher time frame. So in this one, I've labeled this as a WXY. This is looking way better than the previous structures. I don't know why I didn't create this before, but yeah, that's something that I need to focus on more on, getting these counts really up to date. Overall, what I'm looking here is, let's go back to 4 yeah, WXY into W, then 3 ways back into X, 38.2 retracement, looks fine. Then 3-way back into wave Y, getting one-to-one extension of this higher time frame WXY, fits very well there. Let's close out the non-Elliott stuff for now. And then again, overall, what we would be looking for is another 3-way move downwards, or this is going to be a connector of higher degree, in which again, we would be looking at a continuation downwards. At the moment, I'm still expecting this next structure here to be a connector of some sort, like this. So that's why I've got this time analyzers here, or time Fibonacci extensions as well here. There seems to be a bit off. But the 38.2 retracement would be the minimum. I would want to see the whole 3-way move completed. But again, this has already taken enough time, basically, so that we don't need to be worrying about the minimum structure. I would be expecting it to go around the 11th of September before we are going to be getting this full structure completed. It could even last up to around the early November as well. Now on more local structures, as we have ended it up here, I've labeled this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 1 here. Wave 2 retracement is pretty shallow, however, is possible as we are getting that, well, it's almost 0.5, not that shallow to be honest. After any diagonal, especially leading diagonals, we are preparing ourselves for a launch to the trend side. So in this case, we are trending downwards, so we are getting a very massive pump downwards. This one I'm expecting this to be a wave 1 here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It is looking pretty okay as a expanding triangle, which is again very rare. However, it is looking very good. On RSI, well, maybe let's take a look at the smaller time frame. RSI, we can see this expanding pattern. Of course, it is not perfect. This high is larger than this one, so we have to have our expectations that, okay, this is not going to be an expanding triangle, because again, expanding triangles are in itself very, very rare. Instead, we could be having this as a 3-way move. 3 ways up here, 3 ways down here, and then 5 ways. So some kind of flat pattern. That would explain why this looks so impulsive. This I've labeled as a previous wave 4. That's why we have this box here, and this would be our area to look out for downwards pressure again. If we are going to go beyond this area, let's see all the retracements starting from here, and wave 4. We're going to go beyond this box. It is going to go beyond the 0.5 retracement, and then we need to be re-establishing our buys in here, see if this is going to be worth anything. To me, I feel like I'm going to be shorting this in just a moment, or if this is going to give us a good signal downwards. At the moment, we are just doing this. So it does not really look too impulsive, at least on very small time frame to the downside. So not quite sure yet what way is going to be. On small time frame, however, we are getting these divergence happening with these larger peaks or higher peaks. So there is definitely some pressure going down, at least on shorter time frame. So that is the BNB update. The next one is XRP, as XRP has taken over the 4th spot from ADA this week. They seem to be battling out every week, but this time I'm going to be covering the XRP, as it is the 4th largest crypto cap or crypto market cap at the moment. So overall, we had a few different ideas. Overall, again, I'm going to be covering this because I haven't updated XRP. Overall, I'll label this as the bullish count, having this as a wave 1, 2, another 1, 2, and 1, 2. This was previously 1, 2 here, but at the moment we have again invalidated that idea, and we would be very close to invalidating this idea as well. If we are going to be taking out these previous lows here around 32.5 cents, then we would have to move this to over here. At that point, we are going to be saying that, okay, this is a wave 1 of sub-minuet count, and this whole structure here is going to be wave 2 of sub-minuet. It doesn't have the right look anymore, and also is very large. If we are comparing that to this wave 2 here, we can see that there is going to be a bit of a structural size difference. So that's why I don't really like this too much as a bullish count. Is it possible that this is going to be a wave 2? Sure, it is. And if we are looking at the more bearish count, we can see that this structure here can be labeled as in 3 waves as well, which would support also the bullish idea, still having this as 3 waves, and then 3 waves down here. But yeah, that's the bullish idea. Bearish idea overall would be that we have ABC into W, ABC into X, and then WXY into wave Y. Then we would have some kind of 3-wave pattern here, or a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the moment, I'm still thinking that this is going to be another A, B, and C here. It is really getting kind of low here. We don't want to see this too far downwards before we are going to be expecting a 3rd wave instead of this ABC. We're currently extended around the 1.236, which is fine. Doesn't have too many issues with it. Now, on a smaller time frame, if we're looking at the impulse wave structure coming down, this is the main counts from these highs here, as an impulse wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we have very weird contracting diagonal into 1, then expanding diagonal into 1 in minuscule, and then having this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 nested patterns coming down. This 2 here is higher than this, so there is no invalidation there. It is very close here on Bitstamp. I should probably change the exchange, as this has way more weeks than some of the other ones. In this one, I've got this as a 3, 4, and then 5 extended 5th into the 3rd of sub-micro, and then 4th and 5th. Now we are getting this truncation here for this potential 5th, which is not really good looking. However, we are getting that indication here that, okay, something must have ended, and this was just a capitulation wick that we don't really want to see, but again, they do happen. So yeah, that's why I've placed wave 3 down here. At the moment, we would be looking for wave 4, and let's take a look at where we are at. Wave 4, right around here. So this would be some kind of a 3-way structure like so. There is a lot of ways you can get this into a 3-way move. At the moment, the previous wave 4 would be around supporting the 236, and on higher time frame, if we are looking at just based on the structure, we would be looking this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This would be looking very good. So the overall expectation here for all the altcoins is at least one more low, creating something like this, and then dump for the 5th. Again, on this one, we would be saying that this would be the end of C wave. There is also other possibilities in which we would be ending a count here, that this would support the bullish idea in which we had this as a wave 1, and then we would have A, B, C into W, A, B, C into X, and then A, B, and C into wave Y. Now, the reason why I even thought about this is because how perfect this triangle here looked. It is contracting here on RSI as well, it is contracting here on a price as well. It looks very good. So that's why I wanted to create a count just for this structure here. We can interpret this both ways. However, again, if we are doing it like this, we would have to probably say that the wave C is very soon done here, because as we are getting this very sideways accumulation pattern here, I don't think the C belongs in here. This is way larger than it should be if it is part of this. If this even is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, does that have the best look anymore? No. This is starting to get beyond the start or beyond the size of this B wave, and this should be a fourth wave of this wave C, which means again a degree lower. So that's why I'm thinking that okay, wave C should be down here completed, and this mess here would be something else. But yeah, that is just another thought. That is another possibility. However, that is very much unlikely, or more unlikely than the other ones that I've shown you. So still expecting one more low overall. But yeah, that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover today in crypto world. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.